Hey folks, it's Kimberly with Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel. I'm coming to you from beautiful Seattle, Washington today. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. I really thought it'd be freezing cold, but it's not as cold as Vancouver was yesterday. Anyway, I'm here in Washington Memorial Park. It's actually a cemetery, and it just got me to thinking about something that Dyer had said, which is don't die with the music inside you. And whenever I come to a cemetery, I think, these were all individual lives that had gifts to give to the world, and I wonder how many of those gifts were realized and out there. And we all do the best we can with what we have, when we have it, at the time we're doing it. And there's no shame in that game, but it does get you to thinking, have you accomplished what you want to accomplish before you finish your time on this earth? And yesterday we were talking in a group mastermind that I have, and one of the students actually was talking about their course and wanting to make sure that it was perfect before they got it released, and and putting some final touches on it. And one of the other speakers there actually said it's actually way better to just go ahead and launch before it's perfect. And I thought, oh, this is so true, because my methodology is always done is better than perfect, right? But they said it in such a clear way that I wanted to pass it on to you. So the idea was that everything that we are doing as entrepreneurs should be considered a test, like a test market, or just like we're just going out there and we're going to just test and see what it's like. Once we get the idea that our book has to be perfect, or our talk has to be perfect, or our course has to be perfect, or our offering has to be perfect, we get really wrapped up in making sure before we release it. And then what happens when we release it? Somebody gives us feedback and they're like, oh, you know what? This was so great for me and I really want this too. Or I didn't really understand that part of it. Or, it was great when you showed up with this way and I really would like some of this as well. And then as soon as that happens, you want to incorporate it, right? So you probably are going to do version 2 of it anyway, right? And if that's going to happen and we just assume that we're going to put something out there and it's going to be really good but not perfect, and we don't get too wrapped up in thinking it has to be perfect first before I release it, then we have an opportunity to really show up in the world with where we are at the time and be able to give people value, which they are going to get, right? They're going to be like, that was amazing. I really, really enjoyed that. I got a lot out of it. And as soon as they say and, just start thinking about incorporating those things into the next one. The reason that I tell you this is not because I want you to do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different versions of your talk or anything like that at all. What I want you to do is test things, because the idea of making everything that we do in our business a test releases us from the need for perfection, and understanding that I'm going to go ahead and release this out there and see what people think. And it's way better and way more productive than having to worry about whether or not it's perfect, because you know what? As perfect as it is, it's not perfect, and that is perfectly fine. All right, folks, I'm Kimberly with Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel. If you don't already have some cool mentor or coach or guide that you're working with that's helping you get your business to the next level, if you're working with somebody who's honestly really great but just not getting you there, I would love to work with you. Go to entrepreneursrocketfuel.com/apply. Fill out an application, and you and I will get on the phone, chat a little bit about where your business is and where you want to be, and then we'll find out how we can get you there. I'm Kimberly with Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel, and I look forward to working with you. Cheers.